Alright, let's do this. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the best sneaker talk show on IGTV. Let's go, baby. Happy Friday. Episode 11 today. I know yesterday was episode 12. Episode 11 today, guys. I was supposed to do episode 11 last week, but because I went to go see WWE wrestling, I wasn't able to. So apologies to everybody and apologies to my guests that I have tonight. Guys, today my guest, Ryan, all the way from Minnesota. Super excited to have him on the show today. But before I begin, you guys already know the vibes. This video, this IG Live is sponsored by the best brand out there, baby, Nlime. Nlime. Go check me out on Instagram at NLimeNYC and go check out my YouTube channel at Nlime TV. And now into the show. What's up, bro?
What's happening?
How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thanks so much for having me on.
Yo, man, I've been super excited to talk to you, man, because your energy, man, you have good vibes, and that's what we all about is good vibes. We're about to have a good time right now, and I want to start out with my apologies for last week. I know we had it scheduled, but you know, things happen, but we're here today. Let's go.
Let's go.
So yeah, man. I just want to ask you, tell everybody your name and then a little bit about yourself, so everybody can know.
Yeah. So my name is Ryan Barrett. I'm a native of South Minneapolis. I manage a restaurant here called the High Low Diner. If you're ever in town, if you ever come to South Minneapolis, anybody watching this, please stop by the High Low Diner, say what's up. I'm there like every day pretty much, so you know where I'm at. It's hopping. It's a really cool spot. So really good food, cocktails, whatever.
Let me ask you, is it like a chain? Is it like a chain diner or there's only one?
No, just one. There's actually it's kind of like there's a second location sort of in the MSP airport, but it's not officially sanctioned. You know what I'm saying? They bought our facade, but we're independent. So, yeah. And other than that, I co-host a podcast called Pop Tournaments, and it's also an Instagram page. It's pop_tournaments. And then we do a Facebook group and stuff like that. But it's, we do like a bracket style tournament every month, and then once it's done we roll it over to a new one, but it's all pop culture related. So we'll do hip hop one hit wonders and TV dads and shit like that, just from any different sort of medium of pop culture. So right now we're doing A24 movies, so it's kind of indie, weird indie movies, but usually it's a little bit more popular stuff than that. But yeah, it's that's always fun. So you can hear me in podcast form.
Oh, you gotta send me that link.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I gotta listen to that. So let me ask you, how do people vote? How do people vote? With the bracket?
So we do an Instagram story every day, and so you go on and it's you want A or B, and you click which one you want. At the end of the day, whichever one gets the most votes moves on in the tournament. So but yeah, other than sneakers and work, my other big hobby is I go to the movies. I go to the movie theater a lot more than normal people. Me and my girlfriend Netta, my amazing, beautiful girlfriend Netta.
So shout out to
AKA,
the girlfriend. Shout out to your girlfriend.
yes, yes, shout out, AKA Persian Pop Tart on
Yes.
Instagram. Go follow her. She's like a sneakerhead too, and she puts out a lot of cool content. Um, but yeah, we both have the AMC A list path. So like we go to movies all the time, and yeah, that's kind of like my other big hobby. But yeah, that's kind
I
of
think that's cool. You know, that's the first time I ever hear that, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, there's people love being homebodies and being in the comfort of their home, but to watch a movie, you know, on the big screen, you know, it's different. It's a different environment. So it's, you know, that's cool that you guys do that. Believe it or
yeah.
not, me and my, you know, because we have kids, so it's so hard. It's been
Oh,
like a good year, man. And because
it's
of COVID, yeah, we haven't really, yeah, we're more like we watch movies at home and then we're just out with the kids in the park and stuff like that.
yeah, it's fucking
So,
expensive too, man. And like if you have four people instead of two, that's like yeah, that gets out of
well, that's
hand.
the thing. That's the thing that, you know, I have a 4-year-old and then I have a like an 18-month old. She's not really old enough to understand,
Yeah,
but the
yeah,
4-year-old is, you know what I mean?
yep,
But I still haven't taken her, but I really want to. But you know, she loves to talk. You know, when I watch movies with her, you know, we watch Disney movies all the time. She's like, "Daddy this, Daddy that," and I
yeah,
could just imagine people like shushing her in the movie theater, like.
yeah. Yep, yep. No, and you know, I like watching movies at home as much as the next person, but I feel like, you know, I always get sucked into my phone and whatever. It's nice being in like a dark room where you don't have anything else going on except for what's on the big screen, you know. So that's kind of fun. That's my main stuff, I guess.
That's great, man. But yeah, I mean, we already know that everybody came here for the number one thing, and that's sneakers. I mean, let us know like around which time period you got into shoes.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I was like huge into sports and hip hop and sneakers. Like I I when I was my first pair of sneakers that I remember outside of like, you know, I had some super old school shit. Like I don't know if you know the brand Ruse or like Kangaroos. They have like a little zipper on the side
I
and
think I
Velcro.
remember.
I remember having those way back in the day, but my first like legit pair of sneakers, I remember. So I was born in 81. So I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. I got my first pair of Jordans. I got the 4 military blue.
Get the hell.
And
Do you still
that,
have them?
no, no, no.
Okay,
I
okay.
wish, man. And like, I really want to get them now. I really hope they retro them this year. I know they've been talking about it a lot.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
rumors. I don't know about this year, but I think maybe
yeah, maybe
next
next
year.
year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that would be tight because I love that colorway. The last retro was like 2012 or something. So I don't want to go spend a ton of money on especially on a DS pair. I might get like a used pair or something just to, you know, fuck around in until the new ones come out. Um, but yeah, so you know, that was kind of the beginning of my like every year I would get like a new back to school sneaker kind of. And so I've been thinking about it a lot leading up to this. I've been trying to like come up with the shoes that I had kind of through my childhood, and there was some pretty cool shit. Like the military blues were definitely a highlight. Um, I had the Nike Air Force 180 or the Command Force, you know, like the David Robinson ones that were like as tall as like a
I love
Timberland, you
those. I
know?
love those.
Dude,
I know what you're talking about.
those are so fresh, man.
I
With the
freaking
little
love
like
those.
with the little pump unit on the side. But yeah,
My favorite colorway is the Olympic colorway. Have you seen the Olympic?
I don't know if I know that one. No.
It's the Olympic colorway of that one. It's like they're like white and navy blue with like red and like gold.
That sounds fresh, man. I'll have to go look that up. The ones I had were like I can't remember if they were. It was like white with like black and teal hits.
Okay.
And then it was funny. I know Stuntman. That was a great episode last night, by the way.
I know, so good.
He mentioned this last night as like the beginning of his sneaker love too. But I had those Diamond Turf Deion Sanders shoes. I had the emerald ones though, like the teal. Again, I was big into teal in the 90s, you know?
That great teal.
Oh yeah, grape teal. Like anything like San Jose Sharks and Charlotte Hornets were like all the rage.
Yeah, I know. That was like if you didn't have something in your wardrobe that was like Charlotte's Hornets colors, like
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The Griffey Max ones, also going back to the teal. I had the black, white, and teal Griffey Max. But it's funny, they had those they had little like tiny red hits, like maybe like on the tongue and on the tag on the back or something, on like the pull tab. And I hated it. When I was a kid and those came out, I was like, this does not jive with the rest of the shoe. So I took a Sharpie and I fucking colored it out black.
Wait, so that was when you were young. What about, do you still feel the same way now?
No, I think it's cool. Like with the pine green SB4s, those have like the red hit and it looks, I think some people might say like it looks Christmassy or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's cool when shoes throw in something that's kind of like unpredictable, or unexpected,
Where's the red on that shoe? On the tongue, right? On the jump?
Yeah, they're on the outsole.
Okay.
And on the tongue.
Got it.
There's red Jumpman logos. But yeah, and then the big one, I think I was a sophomore in high school when the 11s dropped.
What?
And I got the Concords, and I remember that was actually my second pair of Jordans, because I was not like, I've never been a fan of like the most popular or the best. I've always been a fan of like the underdogs, you know what I mean? So like I was never a big Bulls fan in the 90s. I was a Rockets fan growing up. And
Rockets, so Rockets around that time, what players were big around that time?
Hakeem Olajuwon was my guy. But yeah, they had on that original team that won the championship, it was like Hakeem, Vernon Maxwell, Otis Thorpe, Kenny Smith.
Okay. Kenny the Jet Smith?
Yeah. TNT's own. I can't remember who else, but they had a really good team. They never would have beat the Bulls if Michael Jordan hadn't retired that year. But yeah, and then the next year, Clyde Drexler came over from Portland, and then they became like a super team. And then the year after that, Charles Barkley came over, and like they got like, they were kind of.
I didn't even know Charles Barkley played in the Rockets.
Yeah. They like changed up their colors, and they became like a whole new team that year. I think that was like 95 or 96 or something. But then Jordan came back, and the Houston Rockets were just a good team,
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay, that was a huge tangent on when did I get into sneakers, but it was funny. I kind of hit a point, I'd say like after the Concords or like in the late 90s, where I got into Wallabies. I was wearing like Timberlands and Wallabies. And that was kind of like my footwear. I kind of stopped with sneakers.
Took a break.
Yeah. And that was kind of like most of my 20s, I would say.
That makes sense. That happened to me too.
Yeah. Most of my 20s, I was just wearing like shit that I could kind of like beat up. And so like I remember having a pair of like New Balances, just like silver New Balances that I wore for like years. Like I wore it till there were holes in them. But like I really didn't get into sneakers again until like 2019. So
Yeah,
it was a
me
big
too. 2018.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And I think the shoe that kind of
Brought it back.
that brought it back for me was probably this is going to be a little spoiler alert into my later shoe rankings, but I think this was my first like sneakers hit that I was like, I just fucking love this shoe so much. I love this silhouette so much. When I first started getting back into sneakers, the Kyrie SpongeBob Pineapple House.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
yeah,
I love all of the SpongeBob ones.
hell yeah,
They're
for
awesome.
sure. And like, these are one of those shoes that like you wear out and people who don't know anything about sneakers are like, whoa, those are fucking fire. And you're like, yeah. And they have no idea that like, you know, they're worth like $400 or $500 or whatever. You know what I mean? They're just like, those look like pineapples and that's cool. And they're bright colors, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that was kind of the first one that really got me. And one like just set me off was I hit on the Off-White Dunks, the Michigan State colorway with the neon orange lacing. I hit on those on sneakers and I couldn't fucking believe it. I remember I was like sitting in my car outside of work and it said like, got him. And I was like, this can't be happening right now. Like it was a moment. I remember I got him. I didn't take him out of the box for like a year. Other than like, I took him out to like play with him like an action figure. You know what I mean? I didn't even take the stuffing out or anything. I kept him totally DS. And then I ended up selling them. And that's like my biggest regret in all of my sneaker thing. Like it was a big lesson though for me. I was like, this is more important than money. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you hit something like that on retail, like cool, you know, I sold them for like $700 or something on StockX. And then it's like, cool. I used to have this amazing shoe and now I have $700, which like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? So yeah, that was like, I learned my lesson. I have not sold another shoe, I don't think, since then. So,
and you regret it. You regret it.
I regret it big time. So, but yeah, once I hit that Off-White Dunk, I was on sneakers every day. I was like, you know, on all the Instagram pages, checking out all the drops and stuff like that. So that was the big one.
Damn, that's a bummer, man, because those shoes are like, you know, I'm not really a dunk person, but those shoes are kind of sexy, man.
Oh, big time.
You know, the colors, navy and yellow, and like that golden yellow, and then what's that? What color is the one outside? Orange, right?
Yeah. So they did like a Michigan State colorway, a Michigan colorway, and an Ohio State colorway, and they're all fire. But I like the green and white one was the one I had, and I think that one was the best of the three too. So I made it.
Oh, you had the green one?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Boo.
I know.
I thought you had the navy and yellow. What? Oh, man. Now it's like, Now I regret it. Now you hurt me.
Seriously.
But yeah, man, I think it's that time, that part of the show. You show us your top 5, top 10 in your rotation. Everybody came to see. Everybody came here Friday night. Let's go. Shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Shout out to my homie Butter. Shout out to Persian Pop Tart, the girlfriend, and Roxy Courier.
All right, so I'm gonna do 10, and then I have a couple little like honorable mentions, but
You know
I don't want
what?
to get too it.
You could do as much as you want, man. You know,
I don't want to get too in the weeds, especially like. So if you didn't see episode 12 or the episode last night, like go watch that shit. If you're a sneakerhead, like that was educational television. Like there was, I mean,
I know
the stuff in his Stuntman Stokes. What's up, dude?
Shout out to Stuntman Stokes.
The stuff in his top 5 were like all grails to me, pretty much. You know, the stuff that wasn't in his top 5, like most of it, I had never even seen before. But so it makes me feel like I don't have like. I feel like his number 5 would have been my number 1. So,
you know what? I mean, it's all good, man. We all here because we love sneakers, and it don't matter. I don't discriminate, and I know my people here. I know your people will not discriminate. So we're here to have a good time. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And that's what's great about this. You know what I mean? Like that's what's great about this culture and about this community is like, you know, there's some people who have like a shitload of disposable income, and they love sneakers with all of their heart. And they set aside, you know, a certain amount of their income to buying sneakers. And there's certain people who like work at McDonald's and they love sneakers the exact same amount. They put the exact same percentage of their disposable income into sneakers. And for them, maybe that means this is their big shoe. You know, maybe this is like their favorite shoe or whatever.
That's the big bubble?
Dude, this is not in my top 10. This shoe, though, is so fucking comfortable and just so clean. It's one of my favorite pickups of the year and definitely like one of the shoes of the year, I think. I love Air Max 1s, and this is just such a like, I mean, it's an OG colorway, and it's so like the materials on it are so nice. This is just like they did this so well. So, yeah. Anyway.
So let me ask you, you own another pair of Air Max 1s, right?
Yeah.
So can you feel the difference with the bubble?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd have to try them on side by side and see. Maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's negligible. I don't think that like, I wouldn't be like, these are like Yeezy 350. You know what I mean? There may be a little bit more cushion.
Right.
But anyway, I digress. I'll get back to my top 10 here. So, number 10, also got these this year. This is a recent pickup for me, and my first Chicago colorway shoe as somebody who did not grow up a Bulls fan. And I'll tell you, when I put it on foot, I felt like it was like, you know, Tiger Woods, like his red power shirt or whatever, when he'd like throw on that red polo when it's like, all right, it's business time. When I put on these shoes, I was like, fuck, I feel like powerful. Lost and found ones.
Woo!
Like,
sexy, man. Sexy. I love those.
It's just like, I mean, this is maybe not the lost and found, but like the Chicago 1 OG, maybe the most, I mean, it's arguably the greatest shoe of all time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it feels magical to have them on your feet. You know what I mean? Even the lost and found version. So
You got them for
that's
retail?
I got them for retail. Yeah, I got them in that the sneakers re-release or whatever that
Oh,
happened.
the
The one
second
that
one?
yeah, and
Wow.
everybody bitched about it. Everybody was like, "Oh, it fucked up. I put in my credit card information and blah." Like the whole sneakers
I remember
crashed.
that day. I remember that
Sneakers
day.
crashed except for me.
My freaking battery died.
It was 420.
Yeah.
It was 420 because I also got those fucking Run the Jewels dunk lows that day.
What?
Yeah, it
Which
hit
ones? Are those
dunk.
the high top, right?
No, the low.
The low. Okay. Okay, the low. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I hit two big ones on the same day, so that was really cool.
Wow.
But
That's crazy.
anyway, moving on from the lost and founds, I got another Jordan 1 here. This was the first shoe I ever paid resale for on StockX. So this was back in 2019. The turbo green one. Again, just like super nice, kind of like
Sexy.
mid-hairy suede. Not super long, but like just a really nice suede on here, really clean. Nice kind of Charlotte Hornet hits on here. You got the purple and and then teal on the inside here.
Wow.
So it's got some really unexpected hits, but
I've
nice.
never peeped that. I've never peeped the teal on the inside.
Oh yeah,
that's sick.
dude. And it came with alternate laces too, purple and teal laces. So for a while I had them laced up with those, but it just looks too clean with the white. So I went back to those. But yeah, these are tight. I like to pull these out a lot in the summer.
Shout out to Super Cat Sneaks joining us again.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, we got another person from Korea. Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Yo, bro, those ones, I need those. I really need those because, I have the other 3 colors.
Uh-huh.
But that's like the king of the 4.
Yeah.
Like these 3 came out like all in 1 year, and this one came out a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I know. I love it. I mean, anything with like that, with that shade of either green or blue.
Yeah.
You got me like green or blue, man. That's it.
I love like mint green right now is like my favorite color.
Freaking love mint.
Yeah. So these shoes, I feel like are really divisive. There are a lot of haters. I think these are fire. I love the wild. Like this is the craziest shoe that I own probably, but I think it's fire.
With the foam posits.
Thermomap foam posits. This was part of the weather pack. Like it came out with there was another one that had like it was like a hurricane kind of looking pattern on it.
It looked like the weather forecast kind of
Yeah. And this one's like the Predator Vision style, with like the heat sensor. But
bringing out some foams.
I love these. This is one like when I first got into sneakers, I was like really wanted to get some foam posits, but like they were way out of style at that point, and like they weren't retroing ever, and the only way you could get them was to like go back and like buy resale from like years before. So that one, I think it's like let me see, I think it's like 2015 maybe.
Yeah,
the tag in this one, it's in the other two,
something like that.
But yeah, it was a ways back. I got that.
Got the comments blowing up. Haven't seen those in a long time.
Hell yeah.
Smoke diamonds.
I'm glad they're getting some love because that's one of those. It was funny. I went to a sneaker show and I wore those. And that was like the first time probably. You know, you go into a sneaker show, everybody's got heat. That was the first time where like people came up to me and were like making comments because they were like, "Oh shit, I had those in high school. Those are so," you know what I mean? Like they brought up like
You brought like
emotion.
that nostalgia back to them, you know?
Totally, totally.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so let's see here. Next, you know, I just picked up these pretty recently, and this was something that had kind of been like, you know, sort of a grail for me, a minor grail, just because of the personal, you know, it was something that I had. Um, and this is one of those shoes too. Well, I'm just gonna show you first. It's again like the Chicago one,
Oh!
fucking Concords. You know, it's like this is just one of those classics that like you can't fuck with. And I feel like if you're going to have like 5 pairs of Jordans, that should probably be one of them, you know? But that it was funny though. I was saying when I um when I got them in high school, when they were like brand new, they had haters. Like people talked mad shit about the 11s when they came out, especially the Concords, because they looked kind of like dress shoes. You know what I mean? Like the patent leather, like nobody had seen that before. And they were like so ahead of their time. Even though they kind of look like, you know, a progression from the 9 and the 10, that patent leather was just like next level. And so I remember like, you know, cool kids in my school, like people who are into like sneakers, being like talking shit about those shoes, which it's so funny now because they've like aged so well. But yeah, so I picked those up pretty recently. I'm really happy about those.
That's
So
sick, bro. What year was this released?
2018.
18, yeah.
Yep. So we got the original 45 on the back, which is cool.
Fire,
Um,
bro. Fire.
let's see. After that, already showed them Pineapple House,
Let's
Kyrie's.
go, Kyrie. Shout out to Kyrie, baby. He just signed. He just signed to Anta, so let's go.
Yeah. After that, I'm gonna have to go. I know. Last night, those fucking Atmos Air Max Jordans.
I
Jesus
know, right?
Christ! I'm like, where did those come from?
Bro, stop, man, yo.
I
Oh!
I got the Atmos SB dunks.
Yeah.
Not quite as
Yes.
not quite as crazy, but
Sexy.
these are fucking fire.
Woo!
And got really nice materials on here. Patent leather swoosh, suede. Got the like nice buttery cement on there. So yeah, love those shoes.
Love
Um,
those. I gotta
I picked
love
up
this.
I picked those up. That was that was like a weird cop for me where I it was some dude on Instagram from Minneapolis, and I ended up like meeting him in a Target parking lot, and just like, oh, is that you in the Bronco? And he's like, yep. And I like rolled up next to him like I was buying weed or something, and like handed him my money, and he handed me the box, and I drove home.
Wait, so how did you meet him?
Just through Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Next, I'm gonna go again. Like it's a new one. It's hard to like rank new shoes, like 2023 shoes in your like all-time rotation. But I know you know SB4s. And I did some alternate. I wanted to make some like throwback Timberwolves colors, so I threw in some fat blue SB laces in here.
That's fire. That's fire.
Dude,
I
what
think
makes it?
for me, that's like the shoe of the year.
Oh yeah.
You know, just for me, but I don't know.
What makes it?
Love that shoe.
What makes it for me? The gum, dude.
That gum, bro.
Gum like makes it.
I also like that it's not like a white shoe. It has like a tint of like yellow beige.
Yeah, and like the gray suede panel on here on the toe box is just so nice. Like the materials on here, the rebuild, like, because I know everybody says like Jordan 4s are not, the most comfortable. These are super comfortable, and yeah. Oh, and this is the other red spot. In the bubble, you got red.
Oh wow, I never even seen that because I never seen the shoe in person. But wow, that's sick.
Red.
That's nice pops of red. That's nice. It's
Yeah.
subtle, It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's nothing crazy.
Next, I'm gonna go to my newest cop. Literally picked this up today.
Okay. He's like, I'm gonna get a pan for the show. Let's go.
These are from. Let's see here.
They're from not something that's recently released.
Recently purchased, not recently released.
Okay.
The year of our Lord, 2012.
No.
I got.
What are you about to bring out?
Jordan 7 Olympics.
No.
I'm with the 9 on the back. I'm fucking stoked about these. This is my first pair of 7s, and I'm like really. I know I'm sure we'll talk more about silhouettes later and stuff, but like I've been really into 6s and 7s lately. Like they've been speaking to me, so I've been really excited for these to arrive.
I love 7s.
I fucking love these, and I love the like story, the connection to like the dream team and the explosion of basketball all over the world after that, and the explosion of Michael Jordan all over the world, and basketball sneakers in general. So I just feel like this is a really special shoe,
That's fire. So you say you just got these today?
Just got them in the mail today.
Oh, in the mail. Wow, look at that. Just in time. So you're telling me if we had the Sneaker Talk show last week, these would not have made it to the show?
Nope.
See, everything happens for a reason, folks.
Exactly.
Shout out to everybody joining us tonight. Who we got in the house? Shout out to Randy, Angie, Persian Pop Tart, and Super Cat, and Jacob. Shout out to you guys.
All right. So, redemption.
What? Okay.
This, I hit
feel better?
On the EA.
You feel better?
I feel better. After I sold my first pair of Off-White Dunks, I hit on the exclusive access. This was such a fucking cool program with the 50 different, lots. And I was so satisfied with this colorway with like the orange sherbet and pink.
Stuntman just joined in.
Oh, what's happening, dude? I was just saying earlier, your episode last night was fire. I don't even know how to follow that. But yeah, love these shoes.
I love those.
Just such a.
They're just so easy to wear, right? They're just so easy to wear.
100. The one thing that, I mean, they're like so clean. I think I've worn them like twice. And I just always, those are one of those shoes where I'm walking like, I don't want, you know what I mean? I'm walking like doing the Frankenstein because I do not want to fuck them up at all. But, okay, my number one. This is a shoe I teased to you
Okay.
a couple weeks
Here
ago.
we go. This guy had me like a whole month waiting. He's like, oh, I'm going to show you on the shot. All right.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Let's go.
I said I picked something up. It was a grail. It was a grail for me since like right when I got into sneakers again, like in 2019. I kind of heard about these and everybody's saying how these were like the best Jordans that had come out in the last 10 years. And they went on my like vision board. You know what I mean? Like these are the shoes. And I wanted these for so long and I finally got them.
What?
Shattered backboard.
Let's go. Wow.
Finally secured.
Wait, so you saw the episode last night though, right?
I did.
Did you see the jersey that Stuntman pulled out?
Yes. I fucking need that shit, man.
Yo,
That was so
Stuntman,
cool.
you didn't hook up your bad ride over here.
I didn't even know the name of that team. That it was from Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really cool story.
Yeah, it is, yo. Oh my god. Yo, that's
fire.
fire.
It was funny because like back in, I think it must have been 2019, I was just like at a mall and I was walking past a Foot Locker and I saw these and I was like, this is the closest I'm ever gonna get to the shattered backboards. These are the mids, yeah. The starfish mids.
Yeah.
And I got them and I was like, whatever. I don't really give a shit about them other than the fact that they're kind of like a rip-off shattered backboard. And now I just looked recently that these are going for like $350 or something.
Yeah,
on my size. I wear a size 14, so like
okay.
Shit's kind of wild.
Wow.
As far as like resale.
It must be hard to get shoes then.
It's really hard to cop on sneakers and stuff.
I feel like it is because, you know, the majority of like basketball players, they have big shoes, you know, so it must be hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that the shattered backboards are kind of my like, you know, my prize.
Amazing shoe.
I would put that as my number one. So that's my my top 10. Just a few others though that I'll show off here that are some of my favorites for other reasons. Here's another classic OG Jordan colorway that I just picked up. I know you saw these last week on my story or something, but I love the Maroon 6, dude. These are so fucking clean.
That's with the Nike on the back, right? The Nike Air on the back.
Dude.
Oh man, I love that. I love the Nike Air.
I love these shoes. They're like, you know, they look really cool in pictures and stuff, but like wearing them out, I'm just like, fuck. I just want to like, I just want to like take pictures of myself all the time.
I love sixes. Something about sixes, man.
They're my new favorites, seriously. Like 5s and 6s right now are my two favorites. 7s are kind of like my third, but 5s, I've always been a 5 guy. I'm like the burger joint. Flip those burgers because I'm a 5 guy.
So out of all of the Jordan silhouettes, your favorite silhouette is the 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I would say 5 right now. I would say 6 and 7 is like my run up.
Okay.
But ones too, like I have much love for ones and dunks. You know, going outside, ones, dunks, and Air Force Ones. Like I know those are kind of like just Nikes. You know what I mean? Those are like old school Nikes, but all those shoes are fucking classics and they look amazing. I think the Jordan 1 highs, especially like the OG, those are so nice. And
Are
I
you
love,
into low? Are you into low top Jordan
yeah,
ones?
yeah. I actually, let's see, my girlfriend just copped those UNC to Chicago um, lows the other day on that shock drop. So I'm excited to see those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one. I have the God, I can't remember the colorway. It's like black with pink.
Oh, the
It's
um.
coral, maybe it's like bleached coral or no,
Yeah.
crimson tint. I think this one was crimson tint.
Crimson Tin.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Um,
I love those.
but yeah, those are pretty nice. And these are another one of those shoes that like very little hype on foot and like comfort wise, these are one of my favorite shoes to wear. The Jordan 3 muslins, um, they look like Keds, bro. Like they're all, it's just like plain cream canvas, you
Yeah.
know? It's got some cool little hits in here with like this mesh by the eyelets and this really nice gray suede. This suede actually looks just like the SP4s. But yeah, God, threes are so comfortable though, and like these are just I love these shoes.
I
Um,
yeah, I love those are really nice too. And I think have you seen the pictures of the J Balvin threes?
yeah.
They're kind of similar to these, but the back is just like more rainbowy.
Yeah.
But like
No,
when I saw them, I was like, that was kind of looked like the muslin threes.
yeah. No, I'm definitely gonna go for those when they. I know the retail's kind of steep on those, right? Like 230 or 250 or something, I think.
I don't know. I mean, I know on the ones it's very high, and then on the twos, I think they're under retail for the twos because he was asking too much. He was asking 300 for a pair of twos. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
that's wild. And I like those too,
I
but
love them. You know,
that's too much.
I have them, but I didn't pay retail. I paid under retail.
Yeah.
You know.
Um, Another one that I just got this year, another Supercat saying 250 for the Balvin threes.
Okay.
That that's a lot. Um,
250 is.
but
But you
I'll
know, people are still gonna go for it because it's gonna go for more.
I'll still for it. Um, there's another one from this year that I picked up that I kind of just I was on a cold streak. Do you ever have those shoes where like you just take L, and you're just like, all right, this one's gonna be easy to get, so I'm just gonna go for it, just so I can like break my losing streak. That was these, and the Shima Air Max ones. Um, these are so fucking premium. Like the inside is so nice. Um, it's like I don't even know what the fabric is, but it's like feels like a high thread count. You know what I mean? It's very soft inside. But yeah, just really nice suedes and leathers. Um, this is a really nice shoe, and I just love this. Like, it's called Plum Eclipse. So it's like a kind of a purplish brown, but
Really? Wow.
I don't have a lot of brown shoes, so it's nice. It's nice to have like kind of an earthy shoe that you can kind of match up with lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like most Air Max ones like it's hard to not like it. Like it's just like the color block, the blocking of the panels. You know, I love the MX one, yo.
For sure. And like, yeah, those the Pata waves.
Oh my god, the
ones,
patterns.
dude. Those
I
are
love
so
patterns.
I want to get both of those so bad. Those are on my list for sure. Um, another one that I just think was slept on because of the silhouette. But I think it's just a really, really cool like version of the silhouette and a really cool colorway. Great summer shoe. The Union Cortez in the Sesame colorway. I just think there's a really fun, like the shade of pink on these is like really, really cool. It's just like a really fun summer shoe. And this is one of those, I remember I was like fighting hard on these when they came out because I remember everybody was like talking shit about them. And I was like, you guys are tripping. Like these shoes are absolute fire. I went in on like every lottery because I didn't know how popular they were going to be for sure. Because it was like, this was like the first, oh yeah, Stuntman says their comfort's terrible. Yeah, they're not comfortable. With this cork insole, and they're very like rigid. But yeah, I entered on like 5 lotteries because I didn't know how popular they were going to be. I hit 2.
Okay,
And
okay. I was about to say, did you hit all 5?
They're going for like $75 right now. So I still have the second pair sitting in a shoebox. So I'll sell them eventually. But last one, just to get out of the Nike thing, I just want to show a couple. These are like my favorite Yeezy silhouette are the 500s, and the Supermoon is just such a like.
I love it. I love it. I love that color.
Dude, this color
the
is
blush. That one in the blush.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the blushes are super tight too. But it's just so soft and like it's just this is the best thing about Yeezys are like the colors.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so funny because I mean I think it'd be so easy to make fun of like looking at it and going like, okay, it's yellow. But they they're so complex. They take their time with the colors, and yeah, this is just like a perfect colorway. Persian Pop Tart.
I love those.
Shout out. My girlfriend, Persian Pop Tart, just said,
yeah,
I hate Cortezes, they fuck up my big toe.
Yeah, even your girl is like, I know about those. She's like, why'd you bring them out?
Yeah. PTSD. And the last one I'll show here. Turtle Dove.
Oh, let's go. Baby.
These were the re-release. I didn't have the OG, but those were from Yeezy Day last summer. So that was a cool cop. But I have a few 350s. These ones are just such a classic colorway though. So yeah, that's kind of.
So what's your favorite brand?
What's that?
What's your favorite sneaker brand?
Oh, Jordan, Nike, Jordan for sure. There's right now I'm like going through a phase where I'm really well, I don't know if it's a phase, but like I'm at a point where I'm really into going through and like learning as much as I can about each Jordan silhouette, like I'm going through and being like, all right, Jordan 1, what's the history behind Jordan 1? What were the OG colorways? What are the important colorways that came out later? What are the Dornbecker colorways that popped off? You know what I mean? So like it's really cool. Like the more I learn, the more I want, and you know, there's and the more I respect some of these the more I respect these Jordan silhouettes that like don't get as much love. Like right now, I really am digging nines right now. Like I don't have any Jordan nines, but I really want to get some of those old, well, like the Dornbecker nines. I love. I don't know if you can
Thornbecker nines.
visualize
What color? What color are
so
those?
they're white and black. Like the outside is black, but it has like gold feathers all over them. So it's like white and gold with white kind of by the laces.
Okay.
But those are super tight. And all that pack that came out with like the Johnny Kilroys, and there were four that came out in like a pack together. Those are all super tight, and I really like the. There's one that's like kind of a bluish purple, with like a gold. It's part of that pack.
The nines.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alter Ego pack.
Alter Ego pack.
Yeah. Yeah. It was from like a series of commercials they did. Where he would say like, I think Steve Martin was in it, and he would say like, there's all these players turning up who look mysteriously like Michael Jordan, and it would be like Bentley McGillis or whatever. And so they had different shoes for all these like alter egos. But the Kilroys, those are fucking wild. Those are like metallic silver with black, but like the main color is metallic silver. It's wild.
Yeah, I remember those.
But yeah, so I'm excited. It's fun to like dig up more and you know, learn more.
How do you feel about Jordan shoes like after the number 14, like 15 and up? How do you feel about?
I don't recognize them as canon. I'm just kidding. Like, I mean, I honestly don't know. I don't know anything about them. I couldn't tell you, you know, if you showed me like 3 Jordan silhouettes, like 23, 29, and 32, I wouldn't be able to put them in the chronological order.
I think I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I think I know until like 23. Honestly, you know, because I'm a designer, man. So like, you know, I'm picky. For me, after like 23, from like 23 until like 35, it's just like, I don't know. I don't like it. Like it's until like 35, 36. That's when it's okay. Like, but for me, I like them until 23.
Right on.
You know, like I love me like some 23s, bro. Like these shits are sexy, bro. Like, look at this.
Yeah, those are really nice. Is that like magenta?
Nah, these are all red. These are all red.
Oh,
I like these because they remind me of like, you know, the Yeezy Red Octobers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the gum bottom, come on, man.
That's fire. You can't fuck
Like,
with gum.
any gum bottom, come on, like.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, those are really nice.
And so 23s, like, and these are 21s.
Those are really tight too. I like that color. Is that like cool gray?
Yeah, this is like a cool gray. So yeah, I'm very into like cool gray Jordans and shit. So,
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, man. Of course, these mean so much to me, man. This is what started it for me, man.
Those 18s?
Yeah.
I only know that from you, bro. I know that from watching your show.
Oh, there you go, man. I'm teaching you.
Yeah.
We got the 18s, and then last night I pulled out the 17s with Stuntman.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are fire, dude. I like those a lot.
I know, bro. Fucking, and then some 16s.
Yep. Yeah, I recognize those ones. Like, I feel like as it gets closer to 14, they become a little bit more like recognizable.
Yeah, bro. But yo, I love me some 14s, man. 14s are sick, man.
Yeah. I need to get those in my collection. I don't even really know like what the most desirable colorways are or anything like that. I haven't really dug in much on the 14.
Yeah, they're like, I feel like the 14 is that shoe that's like in the middle, because everybody really likes it until like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like 15, everybody
Yeah.
hates. Like people hate the 15s, but I don't know. I actually dig them just because it's it was a different silhouette at the time. You know, this was like 99 going to 2000, and when they used the material of like that woven material, that's sick for me. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, bro. So if you had the opportunity to design your own shoe, like what brand would it be with?
So I think
I know I love 15s.
I I would love to do, I think like a classic Nike sneaker, like an Air Force One, doing like a collab style,
High or low?
low. But I think just to like be different and to do something that's a little more like personal to me, I would love to fuck up a croc bistro, like a restaurant croc. Because I think you could do a lot of really cool stuff with it. I mean, Salehi's kind of broke the mold as far as like what you can do with Crocs. And being somebody who spends so much time working in a restaurant and not really being able to wear cool shoes because there's no slip proof, hype shoes, or hype shoes that you know, would ever want to like spill anything on, where like Crocs are kind of indestructible. I feel like it would be really cool to have an opportunity to make some like hype Crocs. So yeah, it's kind of either one of those. I think it would be cool to do like an Air Force One or a Dunk or something, but I would love to do my own Croc and just get crazy with it.
That's cool, bro. I actually seen a couple years back on MTV, they had like this sneaker like show where it was like a sneaker battle with like different. It would be two different artists and they would battle with shoes. And I remember they would have to like start with like a shoe, like a silhouette, and one of them was the Croc. And it was just crazy to see like two different people's like perspective, like where their ideas went.
Yeah.
And like at the end, like it looked nothing like a Croc. That was crazy.
I'm sure. Yeah. It's such a blank slate. It's like the equivalent of giving somebody a white sock and saying like, design this, like make this your own. And so, yeah, it's wild. You could do a ton of stuff, but yeah.
But yeah, brother. So how many shoes ballpark you have in your collection?
About 50.
Okay.
I'd say it's modest, it's all relative. It's like we were talking about earlier with like sneaker culture in general and like sneaker lovers. I mean, I'm sure that there's a ton of people who are like, I love sneakers 10 out of 10, and I have 8 pairs of sneakers. And then there's people who are like, I love sneakers the exact same amount, and I have 3,000 pairs of sneakers. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you love sneakers any more or less because of the amount of shoes you have.
Yeah.
But
Ryan, let me get my charger. I don't want my phone to die, so just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I don't want my phone to die.
what's happening, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. trying to fill the dead air here and don't want to just sit here looking like an idiot. So what's happening? LaCroix. Grapefruit, #1 in the clubhouse. Oh boy, tell a joke. Okay, what's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Thank you, Super Cat.
Ryan, you still there?
I am.
All right, cool, buddy. Give me 1 second. I'm the worst. These iPhones kill me. I might move my thing closer. All right, we're good. Charging. Yo, bro, I got scared because if my phone dies, we would have lost.
Oh God.
God, man, I got scared. But since I went upstairs, I saw my garage and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pull out something special tonight. It took me like 6 months. Is Stuntman on here? Stuntman on here? Well, I'm sure he'll watch it later. But it took me like 6 months to make this shoe, maybe even more, maybe 9 months, because, you know, I would work and I would dedicate like an hour or two each day, you know? So these were originally the Jordan 4s, the white and sand, women's, I think 2012. Let me see what years. I can't even see the date, but these are old. But let me just show you the.
Oh shit, those are fucking tight, dude.
So this shoe right here is basically, I call it the what the fool.
Yeah.
So it has, you know, the Dornbecker ones that Stuntman pulled out last night?
Yeah.
Stuntman, if you're watching this is inspired by those ones. And then we got the Jordan Cement 4s. We got the Taxi 12s, Infrared 6s, Aqua 8s, Toronto Raptor 7s, Cement 3s. If you look closely, this is Snakeskin 11.
Oh, God.
Ones, Gold Tongue, Bronze, Silver Jumpman, Green Netting, and yeah, man, there it is.
Dude, those are out of control. I love those.
Show you guys.
Did you like have those commissioned or did you make those?
No, I made them.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go, man. Those are fucking rad as hell. Those are head turners.
Yeah, bro, I just wish they could fit me.
Oh, yeah.
These are a size 10.5 women. So that means these are a 9 in men. Yeah. I'm now a 10.5 in men. So, you know, I gained some pounds from high school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But basically, back in the day, I would squeeze my foot. You know, back in the day, I would have to buy used shoes because I couldn't afford like new shoes, because I would always want to get shoes that were like OG, vintage. Yeah. You know, I just wanted to like stand out from everybody. And you know, sometimes it worked out and then sometimes it didn't, because, you know, I would wear like brand new dust stock OG Jordans and they would just crumble.
Yeah. Dude,
so
I get that 100%. I'm the same way right now. And like I've been buying a lot of these vintage shoes, and I get most of them worn. Like I try to find ones that are like super clean and like, you know, lightly worn, but I like getting them that I know they've been like broken in. You know what I mean?
It's better.
But I also like that I like that idea of like I know it's kind of a drag, like even with the SB4s or like the Lost and Founds or the Run the Jewels dunks or whatever, it's a little bit like or the big bubbles, whatever. It's a little bit discouraging, like when you get this hype new release and you're like so jacked about it and you do a little like photo shoot and stuff and you put it on Instagram and then you scroll through your feed and everybody's got the exact same shoes you do. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, all right, so why is this cool? Like, I mean, it's I know that it's a limited shoe, but literally everybody in my world also has this shoe. So like it makes it less cool. So it makes me want to go back and like get shoes that I don't see anybody wearing, you know? So I totally get that sentiment.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's how it is for me. Like, I'll get these new drops, but like I can't really like I really want to wear them because if I go to the store, someone's wearing the same shoes. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
come on. So
Yeah.
I wait until the hype, because like nowadays the hype dies quick.
Yeah.
Like people just keep going. The trend is just like it just keeps going and going. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like those red boots, they were in for like a whole month, and
Yeah.
like now,
Yeah, totally.
where are they now?
Yeah.
Like what
They're
the hell?
reselling for like 150.
I think some guy bought like a shit ton for like 700 each.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Wild. Oh man.
That's crazy, bro.
Went broke off for red boots.
That's crazy. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love shoes?
I mean, I love shoes with all of my heart. I think I have to say 10. The one thing I will say though is I don't really know anything about Asics. I know very little about New Balance. I don't really know anything about Saucony. There's even a lot of like Nike silhouettes that I don't really know about. So it's tough for me to be like, I'm a connoisseur. I wouldn't say that. I'm still like, I love sneakers 10 out of 10, but there's a lot I don't know. You know what I mean? And it's a vast world for sure.
I mean, bro,
But
like
there's,
you saw last night, you saw what Stuntman was putting out. I didn't see half of his stuff. It was crazy.
yeah, those Reeboks that he had, they were, I don't remember even what the silhouette's called or anything, but they're like all like the multiple, each panel was like a different
Kamikazes.
kamikazes.
Yeah.
Dude, those were fucking insane.
I know those were the Nerf
The
version.
Nerf, yes. Dude,
Yeah.
those were so good. It was funny, before we started rolling, I was like scrolling through last night's episode because I was like, I need to find those shoes so I can bring them up because those are insane. I remember seeing that silhouette back in the day, but like that colorway is nuts.
Oh,
Um,
Stuntman is here.
yeah, he's back. Yeah, what's happening?
Stuntman, let me show you something, Stuntman. He wasn't here, but this was the what the four I designed. Just wanted to show you right here, inspired by the Dornbecker one right here, and then all the other wonderful Jordans that came out. If you know, you know. But yeah, man. So
I
how do you feel about
just
like other brands?
real quick before we move on from the how much do you love sneakers, I have to show you this. Me and my stunning girlfriend Netta both have matching Let me see if I can get this up there. Ugh. Sorry, hold on one sec.
Is it tattoo?
It is. Yep. Can you see that?
That's awesome. The dunk?
Yep.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, we both have matching dunk tattoos.
Does she have it in the same spot too, in her leg?
Yep.
Nice, man. Now that's what you call love.
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope. And Stuntman does some tattoos too, so
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so you were saying what other brands am I
Yeah,
into?
like what other brands? You said you're not really into like New Balance and Saucony. What
No.
about like let's see what comes to mind, like Adidas. Like, how do you feel about Adidas?
I think they're fine. I just don't really fuck with them much. Like if I'm going to spend money, it's generally Jordan and Nike. I went for those what were they called? The New Balances that dropped this morning. Like Truly Yours or something like that. What was his name?
You're talking about Rich
Yes,
Paul.
Rich Paul. Yeah.
How did that
He
go?
I didn't get them.
Oh,
I was able to by the time I got through the queue, they were still available, just not in 13 or 14. So so I didn't get them. That would have been my first pair of New Balances though. I think those are gorgeous. Like I
I
love them.
agree. I agree.
That's
I
such
agree.
a
So that
color.
lavender, baby. I love me
Yeah,
some
yeah.
purple.
Those are sexy. So I would have been stoked if I would have got those, but yeah, I didn't get those. I love those J tips.
Oh, the Sauconys.
Those are fire, dude.
Show everybody. Show everybody the. Remember who fronted. Remember who fronted.
Yes.
These shits are fucking like.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of head turners, like those customs you did, like those are you walk down the street with those, you're gonna stop traffic.
Bro, every time I have a pop-up shop, with my clothing brand, like everybody stops for these. They're like, how
Yeah.
much for these? And I'm like, nah, these are not for sale.
Yeah.
I mean, I think eventually I let them go, but like for now, they just like hold a. Like I just work so hard on them. I don't know. They're like a display piece,
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Yeah, man, this was awesome, man.
For sure.
Had
Yeah,
a
no,
good time, man.
I was so excited for this, and it's not even like, honestly, I just love talking about sneakers with other people who love sneakers. Like, I could just sit around with other sneakerheads and chop it up for hours. I feel like we just got on together.
Yeah, and I think that's what it's about. Eventually one day we could all get together, and just that's what it's about. The sneaker community, just getting together, showing each other love, each other support. And thank you so much, Ryan, for joining me,
My
man.
pleasure. Thanks so much for having me.
Bro, you were awesome, and I can't wait to stop by your diner when I go to
Yes.
Minneapolis.
Please
As soon as I get out the airport, I'm be like, I know where I want to eat.
Yeah. You got one thing checked off the list for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, I really appreciate you for doing this. Thank you for joining me once again. Super exciting episode, and thank you so much once again for joining me. If you want to say anything to everybody, feel free.
Check out Pop Tournaments, the Instagram page at pop_tournaments. At any podcast platform, it's just the name of the podcast is Pop Tournaments. If you're interested in like pop culture stuff, that's a good time. Otherwise, yeah, that's about it. Go yeah, I guess that's it. I will say hi and good night to my lovely girlfriend, Netta. Miss you.
Shout out to girlfriend Netta. Maybe we'll have Netta on the show
Yes,
one of these days.
you should.
So
She's got a nice little collection.
Okay. So you already know, like, we got a bunch of people on here, so you already know, bro. The vibes is good. Thank you once again. Thank you, everybody, for watching episode 11. Thank you, everybody. I love you, everybody. Thank you, Ryan. You the man. I'm going to start working on your stuff this weekend. Super excited. Guys, stay tuned. I'm going to do a Lakers jersey for Ryan. Kobe Bryant inspired. Yo, I'm gonna kill it, and he's gonna love it. So I can't wait to show everybody. Yo, thank you, Ryan, for the support. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to see you until the next one, man.
Thank you.
Have a blessed night, brother. Everybody, have a blessed night. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Until the next one. Adios.